All right, so moving on for our last interview for today, I am so excited to be joined by Kirk Hendrickson, COO and co-founder of Wordly. Kirk, welcome to the studio.
Hi, well, I'm delighted to be here.
Thank you for being here. So surprisingly, event translations is still a big missed opportunity at events. Why?
Well, what we find is that so many people are interested in the idea of translation, but there's still this question of, well, people aren't necessarily asking for it. And just like accessibility in general, language accessibility in all languages for global events shouldn't be one of those things where you're waiting for someone to ask.
Right.
It should be something that you are proactively providing to the members of your association, your community.
Right.
Because so far, for decades they have been conditioned, I'm going to go to an event, and even if it's in my home country of Spain or Germany, they're going to still speak English.
Right.
Instead of us being proactive and saying, we should be talking with people in their language that they want to communicate in.
Right.
This also means that also giving them opportunities to speak in the language that they want to communicate in.
That's very fair.
And so this is what we're trying to do with Wordly, is try to make it so that it's very easy for you to just simply choose. Let's choose accessibility instead of let's wait for someone to demand it.
Right. That's a good perspective. And how can planners get better at that? Because I feel like even when you look at an event of this size, thousands of people, a planner or an organizer may think, wow, how do I accommodate the few hundreds of people in this audience that may want translations, or even our viewers online that may want translations? So how can we get better at that?
Well, with solutions like Wordly, what we've done is we've made it very easy for the event planner to be able to incorporate interpretation, live captioning, just into their events, both in person and virtually. We make it so that it takes just minutes for setup for their AV teams. We partner with all of the major AV providers ourselves, so that you can have them up and running. And then through either a link in your event app, like PCMA does, or through a QR code, like many of the other events do, you can give anyone who wants to choosing to access it. Right, it's that option rather than having to go, well, this person required a headset, so I issue them a headset. You just simply have a QR code, you scan it, or in your app a link, and then that just makes it so easy for each person to choose to have the event be as language accessible as they want.
Amazing. And so at an event like this, would that mean that the person who opted in for a translation, would they wear headphones? Would they wear a headset? Like, what does that experience look like for the attendee?
It's their phone.
It's just their phone.
It's just their mobile phone. They have their mobile phone. They can they can take the earpiece for their mobile phone and even listen in the language that they want translated to, as well as read along. So if your preference is to read or listen, you can do both just directly from your own mobile device. With a Wordly application, we don't require you to do an app download. It can become, say, you already have the PCMA app. You don't want to have to get another app.
So it can be integrated into an existing event app.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Exactly.
That's amazing. Wonderful. Well, thank you, Kirk. I appreciate all your insights and the work you're doing to help our industry be more accessible through translation. So
thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
And we really want to see the industry continue to spread out and effectively bridge those language barriers that exist.
When we have companies like Wordly, I think we are on the right path. So thank you. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right, friends, that's it.